Grief is such a challenging emotion. It's a natural response to loss. It's a feeling of being in shock or deep mourning. It's something that's so important to you that's now gone and causes a ripple effect in your life. It's a feeling that there's a hole in your stomach or something missing in your heart or your life. It's a very hard emotion, and it can arise due to a variety of reasons. A grief response can happen for several situations, such as losing someone you love through death, or even through divorce or a breakup. People can also experience grief after drastic change in their life, such as moving, changing a job, ending friendships, or even after receiving a major medical diagnosis. Healing is crucial for our emotional process, and although in the moment it may feel like you will never heal, you will. It does take time and processing of emotions, but you can heal. Most people have heard of Kubler-Ross's stages of grief, which are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. It's the most common model, and it shows us that grief is an emotional process that has different stages and changes that we'll experience as we heal. There is no right way to grieve, and each person will go through stages and experience it in their own way and their own time. The importance is that you are practicing good coping skills and self-care in order to set yourself up for the best healing possible. My name is Dr. Shelley Sommerfeldt. I'm a psychologist with the Loving Roots Project, and today I wanted to give you 5 tips to cope with grief. So number 1, find a good support system. It's important that you find a healthy support system that you can rely on during your grieving period. This could be family, friends, coworkers, or even a community-based support group. Many hospitals, churches, community counseling centers, they have grief or bereavement support groups available. And this can be helpful to talk to other people who are experiencing something similar. And number 2, take your time. We can often have unrealistic expectations about how long the grieving process should take. Sometimes people put pressure on themselves to feel better right away, or others may pressure you. So be sure to take the time that you need to grieve. Again, there's no right or wrong amount of time, and everyone is different, and each situation is unique. Often people rush because they want to feel better, and they want this bad feeling to go away. And while that's completely normal, remember that sometimes healing comes from sitting in the discomfort and sitting with the emotional pain. So actually experiencing the grief, rather than just trying to make it go away, is often a necessary step to move beyond and heal. And number 3, do it your way. There is no perfect or exact way to grieve, and everyone grieves differently. So remember that it's your process, and you should do what's helpful for you. Try not to place demands or judgments on yourself. Be gentle and kind to yourself. This is a time to give yourself a break and allow yourself the space to heal. But do remember to implement those coping skills and self-care activities. And number 4, focus on healing. This means that when you're engaging in those self-care activities, that you focus on activities and coping skills that are about your healing process. There are lots of different activities that you could do, things like writing in a journal, listening to music, soaking in a bath, going for a walk or run, reading a book, or even talking to a friend. But remember, coping skills and self-care are simply activities that are healthy and helpful for you in order to deal with emotional pain. They're activities that promote your healing. And there are also activities that hinder us from healing, such as increased drug or alcohol use, or just not coping with your grief at all, or trying to pretend it doesn't exist. Those types of activities can actually complicate the grief process and prolong it. So be sure you're engaging in activities that are helpful to your healing. And last, number 5, try a remembrance exercise. Many people find engaging in a meaningful tribute or remembrance exercise can be very helpful. This could be something like writing a letter to your loved one, making a donation in their honor, and creating a video or a collection of photos, even making a scrapbook. You could also write messages to your loved one and tie them to balloons or put them in a bottle to be released. There are all sorts of good remembrance exercises available. These activities can help us with healing, finding closure, and feeling at peace. It may be something that you do alone or with friends or family. I hope that you found these tips helpful, and I wish you well in your grieving process. Thank you.